Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. In this video I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful cowl. It's the matching cowl for the set with the hat that I did last week. The designers of this chart or graph is Arne and Carlo. They were so kind to allow me to create this beautiful set with their design. They're amazing designers. In the description box below I'm gonna leave the link for their YouTube channel. Go ahead and watch their video. They're amazing and very entertaining. I love watching their podcast. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see an English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. Then you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. By the way, at the end of the video, I leave the link for the hat and for a playlist where I have all my English tutorials. To do the cowl for the set with the hat that I did last week, I'm going to use the same yarn from Looms and Thread Charisma, 100% acrylic, 100 grams, and this one is red and white, and they are bulky 5. The knitting needles that I'm going to use, these interchangeable knitting needles, they come in a pack like this, exactly in this case, and they come in many sizes. From size 2 US to size 15, and they have 4 different cables, and this is the smallest. I have one in use and this one here. So they are very practical because if you're working a piece that you need to change needle size, you just change the tips and that's it. You continue with the cable. And I have a little piece in here that you can put 2 cables together, attach 2 cables together for a longer cable. So they are very practical, and this is I think it's the cheapest in the market, like this, but I really recommend to start with. If you want to go more expensive, it's up to you, but for this one I'm gonna leave the link in the description box below. In Amazon, you can go there and you will find this one and other ones, but I really like this set. It's the one that I have and it's the one I recommend. You're gonna need markers. So you're gonna need one that is different of the other one. That way that will mark the beginning and end of the round, and the other ones will be for each design of the motif. That was from this one. You see each motif of this from here to here, like that, is 12 stitches. We place a marker and it will be easier for you. I'm gonna leave as well the link of these tags in the description box below because I get asked a lot where I bought them. So I'm gonna leave the link for this tag, and some they are made of wood. They're really nice. I'm gonna order some as well, but they are really nice and make the piece with a better finish, especially if you give them as present or you sell them. They look much better like that than plain like this, you see, with the tag. So I really recommend the tag. All those links I'm gonna leave in the description box below. So that's it. Let's start making our cowl. Oh, something else that you're gonna need is the graph or chart. So that will be in my Instagram or my Facebook page or in Ernest and Carlos blog. Okay, so we're gonna do these cowls and look how gorgeous they look with a matching set with a hat. So they're very easy to do and they make fantastic gift. So I just wanted to show you another hat that I made with Charisma, but and instead of black was Charisma heather, like a purple. And the other one, it was a fuchsia, the accent color, and look how gorgeous that combination look. It'll look amazing. So I'm gonna see if I have enough time to make a set for this one as well, because now I'm making the set for this one, and I already done the set for these two. So The girls are the lucky ones that get in the set, and the guys just the hat. But this will be good for a guy or a woman, so don't matter. So depend on the color you make it. So let's start making our cowl. To start my cowl, I'm gonna start with the leftover red that I have from the hat. From the white, I don't have a lot left because I use it for the pom-pom. So with all the leftover yarn that I have, I'm gonna make a hat as well. So that will be in another video, so that way you can use all the leftover. So now you're gonna wrap, we're gonna cast on 72 stitches for the design of the graph, plus 1 to close the circle. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 and then 20. I come here and I leave the 2 strand. That is 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. And you will have enough there for those extra 3. So you're gonna do a slip knot, and you're gonna start casting on your 73 stitches. So I'll meet you here when I have all the stitches on my needle. So I forgot to mention that I measure this needle from tip to tip with this cable and measure 72 centimeters, okay? Here I have my 73 stitches, and now I'm gonna close the circumference of the cowl, and you're gonna bring this one to the tip, and you're gonna pass it to the right hand needle, and the last stitch you're gonna pass it over and out of the needle, and I got a strand there, and that one you're gonna pass it back to the left hand needle. Okay, now you're gonna bring this here, and you're gonna pull until attached to each other together, the 2 ends, and then you're gonna do a knot here, and you close your circumference of the cowl like this. Okay, once you close the circumference, you're gonna place your marker. And for the hat we did the rib stitch, 1 net 1 purl, but for the cowl we're gonna do 2 net 2 purl, a 2 by 2. Okay, so 1, 2 net, and 2 purl. Two net, and 2 purl, and like that you're going to continue all the way around, and you're going to do the same amount of rounds that you did for the hat. For mine was 6 rounds for the border. I'm going to do 6 rounds for the border of the cowl. Okay, I'm going to finish here with 2 purls. Pass the yarn to the back, pass the marker, and start again with 2 net. Something that I wanted to mention as well, if you don't like to work with metal netting needles because they're very slippery, you have work always with wood. I'm gonna leave a link as well of the set for needle like this, but made of wood, okay? Just in case you prefer wood instead of metal. So you're going to continue working to net to purl until you have the desired length. Can be the same length that you give to your hat, can be more, can be less. It's up to you the amount of rounds that you want to do for this part, okay? I finished my 6th round of 2 net to purl. Now I'm gonna work in the graph or the chart, row 1 that is all white. Remember, the X are white and the empty squares are the red. So I'm gonna leave the picture, or I already had the picture of this graph in my Facebook page. That the link for my Facebook page is in the description box below. And my Instagram, I already post this picture, but you can find the chart in Ernest and Carlos blog. So now we're gonna put my marker there, and with the white I'm gonna do the round 1 of the chart that is all white, and this is in a net stitch. So I remove the marker just for this round, and you're gonna net all the way around. That's when the fun begins. So you're going to continue like this all the way around until you're done all your red and white. And then you're going to do a little knot in here with these two, with the working red and the tail of the white. That way you don't get a little hole there in between those 2 stitches, like that. Okay, so you're going to continue with the white until you do the last stitch, and then we'll continue with our charm. Now we're going to work on round 2, and it's 1 red, 1 white, 1 red, 1 white. This is exactly the same as the hat. The only thing that changed is the border and the amount of motifs or design that you're going to do from the chart. And at the end, how to go from the work and here to the 2x2. Okay. So now you're gonna do 1 red, 1 white, 1 red, 1 white. So with my yarn, the white in my right hand and the red in my left hand, we're gonna work 1 red, 1 white, 1 red, 1 white, 1 red, and 1 white. And like that, you're going to continue working all the way around with 1 red and 1 white. You start with a red and you finish with a white. I finished that round, and now I'm going to work in round 3 and 4. And round 3 and 4 is with the main color that you pick to do your cowl or the set. So 3 and 4 is the same, and then in 5 we're gonna start with the color work. So if you see, I have 2 empty space, and then the third one is what I will work with the white. So those are 2 red and 1 white, and then I want the white to be a little closer to the left for round 5. So what I'm gonna do here is like I did in the hat. I have to work with the red, but I'm gonna bring the white in here, you see. And then I'm gonna do the red on top of the white. I fell out of my needle. And then for the next one, I'm gonna leave the red in here, and I'm gonna bring the white on top of the red. You see, I cross them, and now I crisscross them back, like they are not tangled up or anything. I put the white, you see, and then I do the red, and then now the white is here close to when I'm gonna do my round for the 3rd stitch. So now with the red, you're gonna continue working with the red, round 3 and 4, and then I will meet you here in number 5 to start the color work. So like that, you're gonna continue, and you don't see the white in here. So now we're going to work on round 5, and remember I work in Spanish and English, so I did these 2 already in Spanish. Now I'm going to do do in English. So you're gonna look at your chart and you have 2 empty squares, so those are 2 red and the X is a white stitch. 2 red, 3 white, 2 red, 1 white, and 1 red, and have your markers close by because you're gonna use them now. So you're gonna start with 2 red, oops, 1 and 2. And the trick to these to work is to have your stitches nice and open with a good separation in between them, and to work the next stitch and the tip of your needle. That way you get that space as well. So you come here and you work 1 white. Now you do 2 red, and if you look, I grab my stitch when I pull it out. That way when I pull in here, if I pull, my finger is stopping the yarn from moving from the length that I gave to the back. Okay, I don't need to put my finger anymore because I done quite a few hot but it's just to show you a better way to keep your yarn in place. Okay, so you did 2 red, now you have to do 3 white. So 1, 2, and 3. You open your stitches nice and loose. See, now with the red, you see the red had to come all the way to the tip. You come here and you do the 2 red, 1 and 2, and you see it's nice and loose in the back. For this to work, you have to have a good loose strand in the back, because I remember my first hat I have downstairs that I made with the color work. I can fit only the border. The top don't fit, is too don't have any give to the yarn, so don't stretch at all. So now you're gonna do 1 white, and again you see separated the 2 stitch, go to the tip and always in the tip, and then 1 on red, and then you place your marker. And again you're gonna do 2 red, open your stitches, 1 white, 2 red, white. Now the red, you see, nice and open with the long space. You're giving to, if you work in the tip, you're giving to the red that extra space here. Okay, so you do your red, and that is nice and loose. Now you do a white and a red. Place the marker and continue with that repetition all the way around these 5th. So it's at round 6. So I recorded in Spanish. Now I'm gonna record in English, and we start with the red and we're gonna finish with a white. So you pass your marker when you finish round 5. You pass your marker, and then you're gonna start with a red, and then you're gonna do a white, a red, a white, and then now you're gonna do 2 red. I already know the stitch what to do next. You open it up. When you have more than one is when you open them up. That way you don't get a short strand in the back and only giving a slack to the working yarn. That way you're not pulling, and you see the nice and long strand in the back. You do your white. Now again 2 red, and then you open your stitches. You're gonna do 1 white, 1 red, and you finish with 1 white. You pass the marker, and then you're gonna continue with 1 red, 1 white, 1 red, 1 white, 2 red. I'm not even looking at the chart anymore. 2 red, and then you're gonna do a white. You see, leaving the nice and long strand. You're gonna do a white. You're gonna do 2 red, 1 and 2. Again, you're gonna do 1 white, nice and long strand, and then 1 red and 1 white. And like that, you're gonna continue in round 6. I'm working in round 7, and it's 2 red. You will pass your marker, and you start with 2 red. Close your stitches, and then you do 1 white, 1 red, a white, and now you have to do 3 reds. So 1, 2, and 3. Close your stitches, and do your white, your red, your white, and the last one is red. And right now you'll see some stitches bigger than other, but that is normal. When you finish doing the piece, you put your hands inside and you stretch them out in different places, and all the stitches will get the same size. Okay, so again, you pass your marker, and it's really easy with a marker because you know when you finish one of the motif and start the next one, so much easier. So you start with 2 red, 1 and 2. We're working in 7, and then you do a white. You see this, the length nice and long. The white, the red, the white, 3 red, 1, 2, and 3. Move your stitches. This was slack yarn, and then you have to do a white, a red, a white, and a red, and like that you're going to continue all the way around round 7. Okay, we're going to work on round 8. In round 8 you start with a white and then 2 red, so you're going to do a white, a red, another red, and always with attention. So I don't want to mention anymore because I mentioned enough time for you guys to know that you have to give it a nice strand, and leave a nice strand in the back. Okay, nice and loose. So now it's 1 white, 1 red, 1 white, 1 red, 1 white, and you're going to finish with 2 red. And that's round 8. Show you again. Pass the marker. We start with the 1 white, 2 red, now 1 white, 1 red, a white. So when you have one of each, you don't have to give a big separation because that is fine like that, but when you have more than one, you have to open the stitches. Okay, and now 1 red, a white, and the last 2 red, and like that you're going to continue for round 8. And these tend to curl out like that, but it's because the length of the needle, but they are like this. See? coming along. We're working in round 9 now, and we start with 2 white and then 2 red. I pass the marker and start with 2 white, 1 and 2. Now 2 red. And then now 1 white, 1 red, a white, a red, a white, 2 red and a white. And you finish with a white. And like that is the round 9. Again, you're gonna start with 2 white, make sure this is nice and 1 and 2 red, 1 white, 1 red, a white, a red, a white, 2 red and a white. One and 2 red and a white. And like that you're going to continue for round 9. Okay? Now we are on round 10 and it's 1 red and 2 white. 1 red, 2 whites, 1 and 2, 2 red, 1 white, 1 red, 1 white, 2 red and 2 white. Pass your marker, again 1 red, making sure that usually when I pass the marker I don't give enough space. So 2 whites, and I'm still working with the red from the hat. Still have these left to go. So now 2 red, a white, a red, a white, 2 red and 2 white. And the last 2 white. So like that you're going to continue for round 10. We're working in round 11 now. That's the marker. You're going to start with 2 red, 2 whites, 2 red, 1 white, 2 red, 2 white and a red. One and 2 and a red. Make sure that these are nice and loose in the back. Pass the marker, again 2 red, right at the back. So 2 whites, 2 red, 1 white, 2 red, 2 white and a red. And then you're going to continue around 11. And working around 12. We start with 1 red, 1 red, 2 whites. I think the red, I don't give enough space. Yeah, there. 2 red. These are very slippery. 2 red, 1 white, 1 red, a white, 2 red, and 2 whites. And 2 whites. Again, you pass your marker and start 1 red, 2 whites, 1 red, another red, 2 red, and then now 1 white, 1 red, a white, 2 red, and 2 white. And like that is number 12. Finish 12. I'm gonna start 13, and I just wanted to show you when you finish 12 and start 13, you'll have a 4 stitch space, because you finish with 2 white and you're gonna start with 2 whites. So you're gonna do your 2 whites, and then you have to leave a nice and loose red in the back, you see, and then you do your red, and you have a really nice strand in the back with the red behind the white. You have to do another red, and then a white, a red, a white. This is over here. A red, a white, 2 red, and a white. And again, you'll have 3 stitch white in here. Only in 2 places you have 4, and it's when you finish 12 and start 13, and when you finish 14 and start 15, it will be with the red instead of the white for red stitch. So again, 2 white. You see, you have 3 not only here. 2 red, a white, a red, white, red, white, 2 red, and the last one is a white. And like that, you're going to continue in round 13. We're going to start 14, and 14 is 1 white. I'm going to pass the marker. So we're going to do a white, 2 red, and then a white, a red, white, red, white, white, and the last two are red. You pass the marker and start again with one white. Two red, a white, a red, white, red, white, red, white, and the last two are red. And like that you're going to continue for 14. We finished 14 with 2 red, and 15 we start with 2 red. So the strand of the white had to be from 4 stitches. So you start with 2 red, and your white have to come all the way here, you see? But you have a nice loose strand, and then you do a red, and then we have to do a white and 3 red next. So now it's the white and then the 3 red. One, 2, and 3. And a white, a red, a white, and the last one is a red. You see my stitches look very loose, but they all are taking the same size. Especially once you stretch them, they will all get into place. So now 2 red, a white, a red, a white, 3 red, a white, a red. This white start to look a little bit fuzzy, like lose the strand inside. White, and then I finish with a red, and like that you're going to continue on 15. So we are already in 15. We have from 15 to 21, and then we're gonna do just the other side of the 2x2. We're almost done. Like a 3/4 way there. Working in round 16. So you're gonna start with 1 red, a white, a red, a white, 2 red, a white, 2 red, a white, a red, and you finish with a white. Pass your marker and do exactly the same. So I still have these from the red of the hat, and I wanted to show you before I continue. I did these 2 hats exactly the same, but they are 2 balls of black, but the one for the design is the same ball of yarn, and I still have enough here to do another hat with this for the axis. So with one of those you can make the design of 3 hats, except that you will need 3, probably with 2 of these, 2 black, you will have 3 hats. With 2 balls of black and one of these you can make 3 hats without pom-poms. But once you start making pom-poms, then is when you use more yarn. Because with the leftover of each hat you can make another one. So again, you're gonna do a red, a white, a red, a white, 2 red, a white, to red, a white, a red, and a white. And like that, you're going to continue in round 16. I'm working in round 17, and you start with a red, 2 red, sorry, you start with 2 red, a white, 2 red, 1 and 2, and then now you do 3 whites. As my mind was in another hat that I just finished, that I wanted to show you guys. It was the leftover from other of these hats. It's very easy to do. It's another video that I want to do. That way you guys can have your leftover yarn and do some of these. So 2 red, a white, and a red. And let me show you before I show you one more time. This one is made with the leftover yarn of the black and blue that I did, and I have tons of blue. I have enough to make another hat like this. That's how much leftover I have. So with the red from another hat and the white that I have left from the hat that I did the pom-pom, I have just a little bit of white. I did this in here and it looks amazing. It's very easy to do. So this I will show you how to do this one, this hat. So again, you want to do 2 red, have a strand there, 2 red, just a sec because these start to, okay, there, 2 red, a white, 2 red, 3 white, 1, 2, and 3, 2 red, a white, and a red. And like that you're going to continue in round 17. Now I'm working in round 18, and round 18 and 19 is just a red round. So you are going to do those 2 rounds, and then in 20 and 21 we will work with the 2 color. But now you can remove the markers except the one that mark the beginning and end of the round, because we are not doing like a hat decreases. So we finished working the design. Now we can remove the markers and it will be easier for you to work. Okay, so do those 2 rounds, 18 and 19, and I will meet you here to do 19, 20 and 21. Okay, so these 2 rounds are the red color. We're almost done. So I didn't realize I wasn't recording, and I did row 20 and 21. Sorry about that. I did it, and I thought that was the camera was on. So for 20 you're gonna do 1 red and 1 white, 1 red, 1 white all the way around, and 21 is all white. That's at the point that I'm right now here, all white. So for 22, and instead of start with the red, we're gonna do a red round. That way when we do the 2x2, we don't get the little knot of the white in here, and you'll see. So this one is an extra round. You see, I place the white in here, and you're gonna net this round. So if you do the 2x2 starting right now, you will see what I mean when you get a little knot, and we don't want to have that. like that. You see, you get the white like that. So instead of doing that, we're gonna do a red round, and then after that we start with the 2x2, and I'm almost done in here. So I will show you how I'm gonna attach the next ball of yarn when I'm ready. A few quick here, a few knits. So it's very easy how you're going to change color, just in case you are in the same situation as mine. So that's enough, leave that tail. So now with this one, I'm going to grab it here. I'm going to start with this one, do a couple more, and then now I will do a knot in between these two tails here, and then I will lose those tails there. Like so. And like that, you start with a new one, and you're gonna do this round, and then the next one we're gonna start with a 2x2 rib. Okay. This one is hidden in the back because I need to stretch the stitch, but it's there. I need to do this to the piece, and they all appear. No problem. So I finished the round, and I start doing a 2x2 rib. So I had to do 6 rounds of rib stitch, exactly the same amount as I did to start the piece. Something that I wanted to recommend, if you like, is optional. You can change the needle sizes when you're doing this rib stitch to a smaller size, to a 6mm. That way is a little more gather or smaller in the top of your cowl. Okay, but that's up to you. I'm gonna continue with the same needles, but you can change these if you like, if you don't want it to open in the top. Okay, so I will work for those 6 rounds of 2x2 rib, and then I will meet you here to cast off our stitches, and we're almost done. I already did my rounds, and I start casting off. I record this little piece in Spanish. So you're gonna cast off as you see the stitch. So here you're gonna start with the net. So you do your net, and then you will net the second net, and then you pass the one in the back and top of the second one, and then you end up with one, and then you go and do the next ones. You see, like that. And then the pearls, you'll purl the pearls, and remember, do this very loose. You don't want this not to stretch. After all the hard work to do your beautiful cowl, you want this to have elasticity, you know, to stretch. So you're gonna net the nets and purl the pearls and cast off or bind off as you work. That's a pearl, and then the one in the back, pass it on top and cast it off, and the next one is a pearl again. And you're gonna continue doing this until the last one. You're gonna end up with one stitch, and I will meet you here to show you how you're gonna finish and lose the tail and make this even at the end. Okay, I start to look like that, and I have the stretch, you see. So I have one left here, and now you'll cut your yarn and you will pull it through here, and don't pull it too tight. So now you lose all the tails, this one here and this one in here, and then you start doing this around, stretching them. That way all the stitches get the same size, and then doing like this, and they'll even up and will be perfect. After that, you are done. So now I will show you after I lose the tails, so this is what I have left over from this bottle yarn, and I use some from this one. So for the set, I recommend to use 2 red and with 1 white without making the pom-pom. And then after you finish the entire set, you can make the pom-pom if you're going to do one with the leftover yarn. That way you don't end up not having enough yarn to finish your set. Well, I finished the cowl and it looked amazing. This set is absolutely gorgeous. Perfect for those outing outside in the winter, in the snow. I live in the coldest capital of the world, so I know when it gets cold, it gets cold. So this will be perfect. Well, I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful cowl or the beautiful set or any of my design and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.